Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to One Punch Man, Season 2, Episode 4. So yeah, we're back with more One Punch Man today, and yeah, I'm super hyped for this. Not as much so as Carol and Tuesday, but still super hyped. Because despite what some people will try to say, One Punch Man Season 2 has been phenomenal so far. Yes, the art and animation is not as great. People keep pointing that out. But it doesn't need to be. The story and characters are just as great. The comedy is just as great, if not better, than Season 1's. And that goes with story and characters, too. That you could even say that they are better than Season 1's. And I definitely could see this season surpassing Season 1. But we'll have to see where that goes. But yeah, so last time, Garo injured a lot of heroes, including Moomin Rider and Tank Top Master, the latter of which is an S-class. This continues to show how monstrous and powerful Garo is. However, when he came face-to-face with Saitama, his attack did nothing. And Saitama, who didn't even realize fully what was going on there, or who Garo was, takes him out with one hit. And of course, doesn't punch him and doesn't go too far. He holds back so he doesn't seriously injure or kill Garo, but still. Now we also see that Saitama is working to figure things out. He didn't know that was Garo who attacked him, but he's working to figure things out about Garo because he has been hearing about all of this. And he does admittedly want a strong opponent, someone who gives him a challenge. But he's also preparing to take Chiranko's place in a tournament, a martial arts tournament. Now, he knows nothing about martial arts, mind you. He's not a martial artist. In fact, he doesn't know really much about fighting in general. If you really think about it, he doesn't. He just punches and slaps and sidesteps and shit. All of his attacks are built solely on his strength, solely on his power and speed. They're not built upon any level of strategy or ability or technique at all. So he knows nothing going into this tournament, but he's doing so to see what can happen, to try and get information and stuff, since Chiranko is injured and all. He even bought a wig to try and pass off as Chiranko, which does not work. But we're going to see how that goes. Now, I do know one thing about this episode because I did happen to see a tiny bit of the next time information. And all I saw is that it's going to have something to do with Metal Bat, that he's going to be involved in it somehow. I do not know how. I do not know the extent he's going to be involved in it, because the title of the episode, which is what I know about it, it's called Metal Bat. The title could very easily be misleading us as to what the focus of the episode is going to be. Now, Metal Bat was featured in Season 1, and he was a kind of cool character. If I remember right, he actually really cared about getting to his sister's recital or something like that. He had a bit of a short temper, but he was definitely still a hero. And he definitely still wanted to, save the day when the giant alien spacecraft appeared out of nowhere. So, yeah, he was definitely doing his best along with the other S-class heroes. But he does have a temper. Now, his only kind of abilities seem to be, maybe some level of superhuman strength, but he uses, obviously, a metal baseball bat as a weapon. And in kind of the same vein as Atomic Samurai, he might have, I don't even know what Atomic Samurai's abilities or anything would be, because we haven't really been told so. But it might be kind of maybe some kind of heightened senses, which I could completely imagine Atomic Samurai having, or something like that. But again, I don't know. It hasn't said anything regarding that. he might just be basically a normal human who's just really freaking good with a bat. um, but I am interested to find out for sure. Now, I don't know how big Garo's going to be in this episode either, because he's been really big, like a lot bigger in the first 3 episodes than I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to, like, oh, here's Garo, show a little bit of his strength and stuff, and then it'll disappear for a while. And maybe that'll happen now. Maybe he'll have to disappear to recover from Saitama's attack. But I don't know. It's unclear exactly how consistent he's going to be. And we were also introduced to Silverfang's brother, Bomb. And I wonder how he's gonna how big and important he's gonna be going forward. We are entering a martial arts tournament either this episode or next episode or whatever. So I feel like he and Silverfang are both gonna probably be involved in some way with that. But otherwise, I can't say. Either way, this season's shaping up to be really great. We have Saitama kind of forming this unlikely alliance with King and then with Fubuki, and it's just like, who's next? But yeah, it's like, I definitely think that's going to be going somewhere. And I'm just excited. I am excited to see where this goes because, again, the story, the characters, the comedy, all of it is just as good, if not better, than what Season 1 had. And I liked Season 1 and all, but its art and animation wasn't what made Season 1 great. It definitely helped, but it wasn't what made it great. It was the story, the characters, and the comedy. And so far, Season 2 is living up to that. So, yeah. But I'm interested to find out what this episode's about. Plus, I have to get to recording this anyways, because it's just after 5 right now. And I still have to do dishes from last night. Plus, I have to actually get rid of the desk in my room. Get that to the curb and stuff, because it's falling apart, it's old and everything, and I'd rather have some new desk, even if it's a cheapo one, when I move next month anyway. So, yeah, I think it would just be better to get something new and get rid of this one. So, I have to get that out of my room tonight and get it to the curb and all. So, yeah. But either way. So, let's begin this and see what this episode has in store. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Excuse me. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and for now, I will see you at the reaction. Okay, and we are back, and we'll begin with the spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. First of all, sorry for it being so dark and everything. As I said, it is starting to get dark, or overcast at least, enough to where it's dark in here. But, I mean, hopefully I can still be seen fine. So this episode had a couple things to note. We see Saitama continuing to go forth with this tournament disguised as Chiranko. And while waiting, basically, after entering, he meets a former associate of Chiranko who also studied under Silverfang and Garo, who, studied under Silverfang with Chiranko and Garo and all them. Apparently named Sourface, which is ridiculous in a hilarious way. Kind of makes me think of that Murderface guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, or whatever his name was. Not Murderface. Murderface is Death Clock. You know who I'm talking about. Is it Laserface or Taserface or something like that? You know who I'm talking about from Guardians of the Galaxy. But yeah, either way, so he talks to him, finds out about this incident that happened at the last tournament, about this wolf mask guy who was impersonated by presumably Garo, and how the tournament doesn't allow people to go in under false names and all of that jazz anymore. So yeah, that's interesting. But we also see a little bit of a few other characters. We see Tronco talking with Moomin Rider and all that. Um, we see a little bit of King playing video games. And we focus on two main things. Garo recovering from the events of the last episode when Saitama hit him. And Metalbat acting as a bodyguard, kind of in King's place, for this association bigwig and his son. So let's talk about the Garo part first. So Garo is just kind of hanging around doing his own thing for the most part, and being Garo. After he recovers and all. It all comes to a head when he re-meets that kid again and starts looking at that association hero handbook a little more. And we see Watchdog Man apparently perches in the same spot every day or something. But he seems to be more interested, Garo, in Metalbat when he hears that there's an evacuation warning. And so he goes to take him on to hunt him. But the big thing is with Metalbat. So Metalbat is the focus of this episode. We see that he takes this job from the association to guard this bigwig and his son. The bigwig and his son are just checking out this sushi bar place because they want to try out commoner food. And they don't understand really how it works. They're trying to put the plates back because it's common etiquette, which isn't a terrible thing. It's not like they're being rude or anything. They're actually trying to be respectful and polite, which actually you have to give them credit for. But they're just not understanding, as Metalbat tells them, that that's not what they're supposed to do here. They have to hold on to the plates so they can tally up their total at the end. Even I understand that much, and I've never even been to one of those kind of sushi bars. I've seen them in various anime and Japanese videos and stuff. I've always wanted to go to one of those kind of places, But yeah, so they're enjoying the food, and they kind of just say that it's not as bad as it could be. It's not as bad as they thought it would be, but they are being overly analytical about some things, like the color of the what was it, umi or whatnot, something like that. But either way, Metalbat gets a call from his little sister, who we've seen in season 1 he fawns over. So he's telling her that he'll take her shopping some other time, and that's when the centipedes attack. So he takes out Se2, which is ridiculous. And protects them in the sushi joint. And then he gets them out of there, but they're attacked by, Se2 also had another monster with him. And they're attacked by Senta Senpai, who is Kohai's senpai, literally. Metalbat manages to defeat him, and then apparently there's another one, Senta Chozan or something like that. And this one I actually don't know the terminology. I don't know if Chozan is another kind of word like senpai or kohai. Let me see if I can look it up. Yeah, it would be an honorific. I'm not seeing anything. I see Senpai and Kohai here. Sensei and Hakase. Stuff like that, but I'm not seeing anything for Chozan or... I might be misremembering it, but it's something like that. I don't see it anywhere. So it might not even mean anything like those ones do. But either way. But yeah, this one is massive, much more massive than any of the others. It's a demon level threat, and is clearly a lot bigger of a problem. Metalbat tries to fight it off, but that's when Garo intervenes. And so this episode was setting up the tournament thing, which apparently will be next episode. But it also continued to show Garo's ferocity. So Garo is, from what I can tell, at least for now, being a mainstay. It's not like he's just coming, showing his ferocity, and then going away for a while. No, it's actually not going that way, and that's interesting. He's continuing to show his ferocity. He's continuing to hunt. And obviously that's a problem right now. Now, we know those other two lower ranked heroes saved the association Bigwig and his son, and they said they were going to call in some other S-class heroes to help, and hopefully they come soon. Because I think with a few different S-class heroes, they'll together be able to stop Garo. I think that alone Metalbat would not be enough. Honestly, as well, I think alone Metalbat wouldn't be enough to take on Se2, or whatever its name was. I definitely think that they're going to need more of them together, which would be a good time to get reacquainted with even a few others of the S-class. I don't know if they're going to try to go with Silver Fang and Bomb here. I think it might be a little early for that kind of reunion to happen with them and Garo. It might just end up being others, but there's a lot of other S-class heroes we could be reacquainted with. I want to see Tatsumaki again, for example. I really want to see Tatsumaki again. Plus, it would be cool to see some of those S-class heroes we really didn't get to really see, you know? There are quite a few of the S-class heroes we didn't actually get to see take an active role in Season 1. One of which, I mean, I would like to actually see in action is Watchdog Man, who we saw a little bit of this episode. I would actually like to see him in action and see what he can do. And maybe we will, maybe we won't. I don't know how it's going to go, but I am so much enjoying this season so far. And this was another fantastic episode. The animation on the centipedes themselves, I think it was CG, but I'm not sure. Either way, it was fantastic. It was probably the best animation we've had this season so far. The story of this episode itself, focusing on Metalbat and all, was pretty great, and I really do like Metalbat. Like, now I'm getting to see a little more of him, even though we don't get too much more for him personality or character-wise. I'm just enjoying him more than I'm seeing more of him. And yeah, he does remind me of Yusuke and Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho, which is a good thing, by the way. I loved Yusuke and Kuwabara. I mean, I loved Yu Yu Hakusho in general. It's a great show. Again, if you have not seen it, please do. But yeah, he definitely makes me think of a combination of them. And then we also got one other thing to talk about. We did get another new character at the end, who I guess is heading towards the tournament, I think. He looked like a martial artist, and he looked like very classic style martial artist and everything. Even his hair was very classic style. Like he's the kind of martial artist you would see in one of those classic fighting games, like early Street Fighter stuff, or what's that other one? What is that other series? That other fighting game series? It has the Glacier dude. I think his name is Glacier. Glacius. What's the game though? Killer Instinct. Although now that I'm thinking about, maybe Killer Instinct isn't the right one I'm thinking of. Either way, one of those old kind of fighting games. You know what I'm talking about. He's very much like one of those kind of classic fighting game character designs. And I want to see like what kind of character he's going to be. So that's interesting. And is he just a martial artist, or is he a hero as well? Those girls seem to know him, but we didn't get a name. So yeah, I'll be interested to find out where that's going. Either way, I am excited for more, and I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Tell me in the comments below what you thought of episode 4 of season 2 of One Punch Man, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And though you've come through many obstacles,